Yo, what is going on, guys? So, it's that time of the season again. It's rainy, it's cold, nobody really has time to go out for walks anymore. And honestly, just going outside when it's doom and gloom, it's not really the best, right? Like, it's not really fun. And for the most part, I myself like going to the gym and I enjoy it a lot. But sometimes getting there, the whole process, it's a little annoying and tedious, especially with winter coming. Now, this is where this treadmill comes in handy. Well, not really a treadmill, but it is a walking pad. Now, this is the Walking Pad A1 Plus, and it's really awesome if you're considering something like this. But before I even get into the specifics and all the other parts of it that I really do like and enjoy, just make sure you subscribe just so you can stay tuned for more videos like this. All right, so first things first, disclaimer, this thing, it's really heavy, right? And that's not me trying to like drop the bomb on y'all just in the beginning of the video. Now, this got sent to me by Walking Pad, and shout outs to them. But when the delivery guy was dropping it off, he came in, he put it in front of my door, and as soon as I started carrying it, man, that thing, and like I'm pretty fit, but yeah, that's just going to be the first disclaimer. Getting a down pat and putting it in your living room might be a little hassle, but it's not going to be anything crazy that's going to make it like unusable. But moving on beyond that, like it's really a great device if you just wanted to get some exercise. Like this is meant to be indoors, right? Like you remember the old days where like treadmills and like ellipticals, like even if you go to the gym, like you don't even need anybody to tell you those things are pretty massive and they take a lot of space. Now putting that in the living room would be ridiculous, let alone anywhere else in your apartment or your house. Now this is where the walking pads are really handy and come in useful for moments like this where like really they don't take that much space, and that is the best part about them, right? Like you can, this one is a foldable one, so you can just fold them up and put them away like underneath your TV, underneath your bed, underneath the desk, underneath the couch. So really they don't even take that much space when they're not being used, and then when they are being used, they really don't take that much space again. Now this one, there is a limit, right? So if you 300 pounds and over, you don't make the cut, unfortunately, right? Like you gotta have limits on some devices, and this one they put a limit of about 300 pounds. Now, one thing though, when I did get to using it, like initially they set like a limit on how fast it could go, and that's just like for safety reasons, of course. Like you couldn't go above a certain speed, but the maximum speed that it achieves is 3.7 miles per hour. And for some people, like that is like jogging speed. Well, not necessarily for me, but that's not like anything that's going to make it detrimental or anything, right? Like it's still like functional and it's good enough. It's not meant to give you like the absolute sprint that you're looking for, but if you're looking for just a good cardio workout where you just want to walk, then this is the best fit. Like it's really cool. Like even getting to use it. The thing about this device is the remote control is gonna be your best friend. Like it mostly you can still like change some things manually, but the remote control is gonna come in handy bar none. 90% of the time that you will be using it, you're going to have to be using the remote because it just makes things uh, easier, and it makes time fly by when you're using the walking pad. Like it's just really fun. Sometimes you just get lost in thought, and it's really cool because like in winter when it's so gloomy and dark outside, it's just like really like it's so depressing. Like you just find yourself being stuck into like what else do you do, right? Like if you want to get some good exercise, if it's storming outside or if it's raining bad outside, you can just get on the walking pad and get some good exercise that way. Now you also can get the app to use it as well, just so you can kind of like guide you through the metrics and just kind of keep your stats or whatever. Now when it comes to the display, right, like considering that I do go to the gym a lot and also like I get to use the treadmills over there, and comparing it to this one, the display is an LED display, but the features that it has or what it'll be able to display to you is sort of limited as compared to the ones that you can find at a gym. Now, again, there's only so much they could do, right? There's a trade-off there. Like they give you something that is small, like compact, doesn't take up that much space, but with that comes a trade-off where like they really didn't have enough room to put all the customizable other stuff like when it comes to displays. So it is going to show you like all the stuff that you need, of course, the speed that you're going at, the timer. One thing I would have loved to see though is like a calorie counter, so like just to see how many calories you burned. But there really isn't too much other than that when it comes to the display. Of course, at the front, you're going to be able to see if you're in automatic or manual mode, and I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, when it comes to the LED display, yeah, not too much. It's just going to be the straightforward and basic stuff that you're going to expect when using this walking pad. And as it comes to the features that it also has, well, maybe not features, but the modes of using the walking pad, so you can use the automatic mode, the manual one. The manual mode is what you expect, right? Like you can just change the speed on your remote or and just keep the pace how you want it to be. But when it comes to the automatic mode, now that one is it's more so like it tracks your feet. So in a sense, like if it goes at the pace that you want it to. So if you're just walking slowly, it's going to like move the conveyor belt to the speed that you're moving. And then if you start to go a little faster, it's going to go automatically. But for me personally, I just like to use the like it feels like more natural until you're able to control the speed that I want to just with like I'm just used to like things being that way. Like when I use the automatic one, I was a little confused. Like I ain't gonna lie, I thought I broke it, but you know, like I'm just used to more using the manual one, and because it just feels more straightforward to me, and it's the one I've always been used to. So when it comes to like the absolute bottom line of the walking pad, right? Like so the things I definitely did like is the fact that it's compact. It's really easy to store away. I mean, like of course, like it is heavy, like getting it into place, right? Initially, but it has the wheels at the front, so you're able to at least like when you're putting it away, like you can just like lift it up and kind of like wheelbarrow it, and, you know, like to wherever you want to take it. Like it's really good just to like give you that little bit of workout time that you might not have time for if like you live far away from a gym, or like if you're just doing it, like if you're feeling lazy that day, let's be honest, you know, like might be a reason to stay home, and it's useful for that. Other than that, like I don't see too much that I can like take away from it like negatively, where like you know what you're getting when you pay for it. It is a little pricey, I ain't gonna lie. But when you drop that much money, maybe there's some things that you would have liked to see. For me personally, when it comes to display, I would have liked to see like yeah, definitely a calorie counter. A calorie counter like that, like if that was the only thing added for me, it would be like complete, right? But considering there's no calorie counter, I gotta take some points off for that one. But besides that, in my opinion, it's really good. If someone were to ask me like to recommend the walking pad, would I? And my answer to that is yes. Especially considering the season, right? Like now, if it was summertime, I don't know if they'll be like in demand like that. Maybe they still will be, right? Like some people work from home after COVID, the whole world been upside down. So like I really don't know. But let me know what you think. It's just my opinion. I'm JEDIJA, and I'm out.